bright lights, polished smiles. Hoda Kotb faces the camera, cheerful as ever. Across from her, Matthew McConaughey lounges back, coffee in hand, wearing that trademark Texas grin. Hoda, Matthew, your new book, Authentic Chaos. What's it really about? Matthew, it's about cutting through the noise. Life's messy, but that's where the truth hides. Hoda, smiling, you sound like a philosopher today. Matthew, grinning, nah, just a man who got tired of pretending. The audience laughs softly. For a moment, everything's smooth, but there's a flicker in Matthew's eyes. Something's coming. Fade out. The red on-air light flicks on again. The upbeat theme fades. The energy feels lighter, but under the surface, something has shifted. Hoda Kotb smiles into the camera, flipping to the next cue card. Matthew McConaughey sits back in his chair, arms crossed loosely. That easy confidence still on his face, but his eyes are alert now. Hoda. We're back with Matthew McConaughey, whose new book, Authentic Chaos, is making waves everywhere. Matthew, some readers say it feels a bit anti-Hollywood. You even talk about fake smiles and empty interviews. She smiles politely. Are you talking about shows like this one? A small laugh ripples from the crew, but Matthew doesn't laugh. He leans forward slightly, his voice steady. Matthew, I'm talking about the whole circus, Hoda, not just TV shows. The whole game. Everybody wants the moment, not the meaning. Hoda, but you've built a career in that same world. You've been part of it. Matthew, nodding. I have, and I'm grateful for it. But that's why I can say what I'm saying. I've seen how the sausage gets made, and sometimes it ain't pretty. The audience chuckles uneasily. Hoda glances at her producer behind the camera, who signals to keep going. Hoda. Well, we try to have real conversations here. You've been on this show many times. Matthew, interrupting softly. I know, and I appreciate it. But you gotta admit, most times we already know what we're gonna say before we even sit down. Hoda, raising a brow. You think this is all scripted? Matthew, not word for word, but emotionally, yeah. You got a smile ready, I got a story ready. It's a dance. It's nice, but it ain't always real. The words hang in the air. The audience shifts in their seats. The warmth that filled the set earlier feels thinner now, replaced by a strange tension. Hoda forces a polite smile, tapping her pen gently against her notes. Hoda. I think people would say authenticity is exactly what you're showing right now. Matthew, smiling faintly. Good, 'cause that's the only thing worth showing. A beat of silence. The control room's voices crackle faintly in Hoda's earpiece, producers whispering, cut to commercial soon, cut soon. But she doesn't break eye contact. She wants to prove she can handle this. Hoda, firmly. So if you think Hollywood interviews are fake, why still come? Matthew chuckles, not arrogantly, but with that slow, knowing drawl. Matthew, 'cause sometimes you gotta walk into the noise just to tell folks it's too loud. The camera zooms in slightly on his face. The studio goes quiet again. Matthew's tone isn't angry. It's clear, grounded, unshaken. Hoda exhales, regrouping, still smiling for the viewers. But the air feels charged now. They've crossed from small talk into something raw. The next question could light the match. Fade. Softly, not ending the tension yet. Hoda. Matthew, some say your book sounds anti-Hollywood. Are you turning against the system that made you famous? Matthew, firmly. No, I'm just calling out the noise. Too many people talk. Nobody listens. Hoda. We're just doing our jobs here. Matthew. That's the problem, Hoda. Everyone's doing their job. Nobody's being real. The audience goes silent. Cameras freeze on his intense stare. Hoda, uneasy. Matthew, we're live. Matthew, good. Then let's be alive. A hush falls over the studio. The red light on the camera burns brighter. Fade. Out. The studio lights fade behind. Him. The echo of polite applause, forced, shaky, trails off as Matthew McConaughey steps out of the live set. He exhales slowly, shoulders tight, face unreadable. The hallway buzzes with chaos. Crew members whisper into headsets. Producers rush past with phones pressed to their ears. Everyone's talking at once, trying to process what just happened. Producer number 1, whispering. Cut the clip before the "Be Alive" line. We'll spin it softer. Producer number 2. Too late. It's already trending. Matthew walks through the corridor, unhurried. His calm presence cuts through the noise. He passes a monitor showing a replay of the segment, his face frozen mid-sentence, eyes fierce under the studio lights. Assistant, nervous smile. Mr. McConaughey, that was. Powerful. Matthew, half smiling. Powerful's one word for it. He takes a sip of water from a paper cup, sets it down gently. Behind him, Hoda Kotb steps off the set, headset dangling, still holding her cue cards. She looks composed, but her eyes tell another story. Shock mixed with a strange respect. Hoda, quietly. You really meant every word out there, didn't you? Matthew turns to her. Calm, sincere. Matthew, every single one. Hoda, you know this'll blow up, right? People are already talking. Matthew shrugs slightly. Let him talk. Maybe someone will listen this time. She studies him for a beat, trying to decide whether to be angry or impressed. Hoda, you sure know how to shake a morning show? Matthew. He chuckles softly, that familiar grin returning for just a moment. Matthew, I didn't come here to shake it. Hoda, just to wake it up. The hallway hums louder, phones buzzing, producers murmuring. Clips are viral. Matthew glances toward the glass doors leading to the street. Outside, camera flashes already flicker, paparazzi waiting like moths for the flame. Producer calling out. Matthew! NBC wants to schedule a follow-up statement. He stops, half-turned toward them. Matthew, calmly. No statements. The truth don't need one. He pushes open the door, the chill of morning air washing over him. The city roars outside, traffic, horns, voices, but in his eyes there's peace. He pulls on his sunglasses, adjusts his jacket, and steps out into the chaos with that slow, steady walk, like a man who's said exactly what he came to say. The door swings closed behind him. Inside, the studio buzzes like a beehive. Outside, flashbulbs pop. And somewhere in between, the world keeps rewinding the clip, over and over. The storm hasn't passed. It's only just begun. Fade. Tension still alive.